Beyond the Edge, a sequential entertainment podcast. Series 2, Episode 4. Written by Dray and Calum Verrecchia. Why is a mystery. Nobody knows. It's very much the enigma.
Can I help you, sir?
Ah, yes. I saw your advert in the corner shop window, and I'd like to apply for the position of car salesman.
Okay, so what makes you think you could be a second-hand car salesman, eh? What did you say your name was again?
Boris Johnson. I think I'm the perfect candidate for this position.
Have you done car sales before, or any sales?
No, not as such, but I have run a successful campaign in selling an idea to a lot of people.
Okay. Do you have a CV?
A CV? No. But I was Foreign Secretary, I was the Mayor of London, and more recently the Prime Minister of Great Britain.
Prime Minister? Oof. But what do you know about motor cars?
Well, I was driven around in a Jaguar. I had a chauffeur, you know.
Ooh, a Jaguar, eh? Well, I sell family hatchbacks here. That's where the money is.
Ah, yes, money. What am I expected to earn selling second-hand motor cars, exactly?
What was your last salary, then?
So I was paid £164,080, and that was made up of the basic MP's salary of £84,144, and then the £79,936 for being elected as Prime Minister, making a total of...
you can expect to have a basic of £15,000 with 20% on every sale. You could potentially earn a whopping £25,000 or even £30,000 if you shift enough units.
So a bit of a drop, then, from £164,080.
A bit, yeah, I suppose. But respectable for a car sales. I mean, the sky's the limit.
Would that be cash in hand by any chance?
Sorry. Everything goes through the books, I'm afraid.
Ah, yes, of course. Through the books. Yes, I see. Well, I understand. It's just that after tax, I'm not left with very much, and with 3 wives and 7 children to feed and all the babysitting.
Yeah, well, are you interested?
Well, why not?
Great, you can start on Monday.
I don't suppose I could get possibly an advance on my first month's salary, could I?
No, sorry, I don't really work like that.
Just I spend £40 on an Uber to get here.
I've got, let's see, £16.43. I could lend you that.
Ah, yes. Are you sure you couldn't do cash in hand? It's income tax and national insurance, you see. It's very high rate at the moment.
Sarge, we've got reports of a woman attacking her husband with a squirrel at her local airfield. Yes, a squirrel. And yes, there are several private single-propeller airplanes. I don't know if the squirrel's dead or alive, Sarge. Not sure if that's relevant.
How did you get on at the doctor's, darling?
They've upped my medication again, Maggie. I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
I'm sure they know what they're doing, though, Paul.
You see, that's all well and good, but just how in the hell do you pronounce these names? Let's see. Secunianumab. Acidophian. Sulfoniliorius. Thiazulinian Idioianin.
Who has summoned Lucifer the Archfiend? Who has dared call Beelzebub, the horned prince of darkness, forth? And for what purpose?
No, me. I was just trying to pronounce...
Bother me not with your trivial, banal human foibles. I am older than the sun. I have existed since the dawn of time. Who has uttered the exact words in the exact order to summon me?
As I was trying to say, it's these.
What the hell's all the noise? Who the hell's this?
I go by many names. Mephistopheles, Satan, the serpent, the hoofen...
Aye, well, watch what you're doing with those hoofs. I've just had that flooring redone.
You dare speak to the Prince of Darkness in that way?
I don't care who you are. Traipsing all that muck in with you. How did this happen, Paul?
I was just trying to pronounce these medication names. I've obviously mistakenly called up the devil.
I'm in the room, you know.
Phew, aye, well, you don't have to announce yourself, do you? I take it you don't have showers or baths in hell.
Your impudence is... Wait, what? I need a bath?
Well, I wasn't going to say anything, but...
Maggie!
Rude.
Well...
These archaic words have not been spoken in a millennia. So, tell me, what requests do you mortals want from me?
Requests? What? You mean we get wishes?
The Prince of Darkness, Beelzebub, Mephistopheles...
Can you just give us a minute or two?
Oh, don't mind me.
We want a new Range Rover SV Autobiography STV8 in metallic grey. Then...
Impossible, I'm afraid. You can't get for yourself. I can only grant requests for others. That's the rub, you see. The ultimate punishment.
We'd like to have the world governed by honest politicians and make all the different religions the one religion. That way they'll stop the bickering.
We also want to see an end to the divisive nature between the sexes, make us all realise that we're all equal.
Yes, and nations. Put an end to war and the profiteering that goes with war from our governments.
What colour Range Rover do you want?
Sirs, Jeremy Clarkson's involved in the squirrel incident. No, sirs, apparently he was just passing and just wanted to intervene to save the squirrel. He was a grey one. No sure if that's relevant.
What is this infernal machine? What does it do, and who put it here?
It is just sitting there.
My spidey senses tell me that Dr. Octopus is behind this. He's a master with machines.
It's just sitting there.
I believe that the penguin is behind this. Only his dastardly mind could think of such a monstrous instrument of torture.
Why do you always have to do that, Batman? You always put me down. My spidey senses are real, and I know my villainous enemies. It's definitely the work of Dr. Octopus.
Oh, Spider-Man, I don't think Batman meant to undermine you. And you shouldn't talk to him like that. A little respect. You know, he is your elder.
That's okay, Wonder Woman. You know what teenagers are like. But let's get back to the problem at hand. This is definitely a machine of torture.
I can see why you think that. The huge rotating blades look very sharp. And it's motorized. That could cause a real problem for a limb or two.
Hey, wait a minute. What do you mean you know what teenagers are like? I'm a mature, sensitive guy.
Yeah, sure you are, kid. That's why you whine all the time. We need to work together if we're going to find out what this dastardly machine does before it's activated and begins to destroy and torture everyone.
You are very sensitive, Spidey. But Batman's right. You're a bit of a whiner. That's okay, though. You'll grow out of that soon. By the way, have you tidied your room yet?
Ah, WW, do I have to?
You know the rules. No investigating evil villains till your chores are done.
Aw, man.
Oh, don't be too hard on the kid, Wonder Woman.
Hey!
All right, my lovers, I'm just here to mow the grass.
Right, it's a lawnmower.
Lawnmower, of course.
Sirs, the squirrel is safe and well, but Jeremy Clarkson was mauled as a result. Facial scarring and defensive wounds on the backs of his hands. No, sirs, the couple have made up and don't want to bring charges. Jerry Clarkson wants to bring charges against Squirrel, though.
Thank you. I'd like to ask Henry to come up and receive this lovely gold watch for his tireless service to the company. He's been with us, man and boy, for 40 years and he's now decided to hang up his overalls and take that well-deserved retirement plan, which is handy as his overalls have been on a shaky nail for a number of years now. Anyway, up you come, Henry.
Aye, well, I'm not going to say much. I think you'd rather get back to the drinking, eh?
Well, hello there. A wee bird told me that it was someone's retirement due the day, and I'm here to help you celebrate it in style. The name's James McKinley, but folks back home call me Bagpipe Jimmy, and I'm a quarter part Scotch on my old dad's side, so that means I get to wear the tartan and play my bagpipes, and it's in my blood.
Sorry, do I know you?
Never have met you in my life.
Who sent you? Do you know how to play that thing?
Never had one lesson, never needed to. It's in my Scotch blood.
Turns out this girl was part of an actors' troupe of dwarfs, Sarge. They were on their way to an outdoor play called Woodland Creatures and Other Furry Things, and got snarled up in a domestic, Sarge. I think it's a comedy, but then it's subjective, isn't it, Sarge? I mean, I didn't find being shoved on a night shift for 6 weeks very funny.
Hi there. Oh, what a lovely kitty.
Hello. Oh, this is Leo. He's 6, and he's a big fatty.
Well, you can never really know a cat's age. Hello, Leo. He's lovely. He said, tell her not to say that. Well, actually, he said, tell her not to call me that.
Not to call him Leo?
No, fatty. He doesn't like it. Now, I'm getting a very specific communication from Leo right now.
Oh, okay, what?
Can you tell my owner that I'm not going to die?
Oh, my God. That's amazing. I've been so worried about my Leo dying.
Also, I'm picking up that he's very nervous around other cats and stays away from them.
Oh, wow, that is so true. He doesn't interact with other cats. In fact, he doesn't interact with any other animals.
He tells me that he hides when there are other animals. He says that he was abandoned as a kitten and had to sleep rough on the streets for a while, where he was abused by other bigger cats and dogs, till you found him.
I got him as a kitten, straight from a cat breeder, which is how I know he's 6, and he's also a house cat. He hasn't left our 3rd floor flat ever, so...
No, I was talking about one of his previous lives. I'm also sensitive to animal past lives too, you see, and not just a transmuter of energy blocks.
I don't even know what that means. Why are those words even put in the same sentence?
It's emotional clearing, moving energy from a negative to a positive, making your pet lighten up, which is what I think you should be doing right now. Maybe it's not the pet that needs their energy blocks transmuted.
I don't believe this. I think I'm going to go now. Come on, Leo.
Leo's Cleopatra's cat. He has issues to deal with. Donations are welcome, anything you like, but the normal is £30. I have a card reader. £30 is the usual, but I would accept a bigger donation.
Sarge, what's the charge for stealing a helicopter? Jeremy Clarkson kidnapped one of them dwarf actors and stole a helicopter. I'm not sure Jeremy Clarkson has a licence to pilot one. Apparently Shouty was freeing all the little people as he took off. No, Sarge, I'm pretty sure it's a crime. They prefer to be called dwarfs.
Well, you're wearing lipstick where you always used to wear it frown. And those friends that you talk about, they're the ones you used to call clowns. Well, don't think I haven't noticed. You're looking as good as you can. Oh, I got a feeling that you got another man. Well, those things that you're wearing, they give so much away. When I bought you things like that, you took them back the next day. And you look like a doing promotion for some Tesco value fake tan. Oh, I got a feeling that you got another man. Another man, another man, another man, another man. I got a feeling that you got another man. Another man, another man, another man, another man. Oh, I got a feeling that you got another man. Well, what else can I read into these days? 10 years on the roundabout. Now you wanna try, now you wanna try, now you Another man, another man, another man, another man. Oh, I got a feeling that you got another man. When you get home late from whatever it is that you do, the Calvin Klein eternity reaches me long before you. And of course you've been to night school with your bra in your hand. Oh, I got a feeling that you got another man. Another man, another man, another man, another man. Oh, I got a feeling that you got another man. Another man, another man, another man, another man. I got a feeling that you got another man.
Okay, so we've got to find new ideas for films. The head of production is on my back, so come on, get your thinking caps on. We're no film producers for nothing. Just remember that the head of production has given me strict instructions to come up with something that's the same but different.
The same but different.
We could...
What? Come on, no need to be shy. We're all film producers here.
Well, I was thinking that we could remake some of the classics.
That sounds like a bra idea.
Like what? Give me an example.
OK, how about this? Imagine that there's a giant white shark.
Nah, been done.
Right, get rid of that. Imagine a giant alligator.
Nah, that's been done too.
Get rid of that. Imagine giant piranhas.
Been done.
Get rid of that. Imagine a giant thing from a swamp. A swamp thing.
I think the film was called Swamp Thing.
All right.
Aye, I can see where you're going here. Imagine a giant squirrel. A giant red squirrel.
Go on.
I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. I do have a very particular set of skills. Skills I have acquired over a very long career. There are 27 different models of photocopiers in the Xerox range. I will find yours. I will install it correctly. I will make sure that it's well maintained and stocked with good quality paper.
We need to tell him. He's 16 now.
I know. It's time. We've kept it from him all these years.
If I was in his shoes, I'd want to know. Have the chance to find my birth parents.
I agree. We'll tell him that he's been adopted as soon as he gets home.
Mom, Dad, wait till you see this.
Come in, George. We've got something important to tell you.
Guess what?
Please, George, sit down. This is important.
But Mum, you don't understand. I was at the shops.
Don't make this any harder. It's about your mum and me. You see, we couldn't have told you about this.
But Dad, wait. I've just won £250,000 on a scratch card. Look.
That's amazing, son. I'm delighted for you. Oh, come here and give your old dad a big hug.
Now, Harold and Gillian, can you tell me why you've both come to see me today?
Our dog Bubbles.
Yes, Bubbles. Bubbles, go on.
Well, Bubbles passed.
Passed, yes. He's in spirit, yes. Go on.
Well, we lost Bubbles about 2 months ago and we just want to know, well, is he coping? Being alone?
Well, Harold and Gillian, let me just channel my spirit guide. Now, Bubbles is here, so let's see what he has to say.
Oh, I'm so anxious to talk to my little buddy.
Oh, I miss him so much.
He says that you have to tell my mum and dad that I'm forever with them.
Oh, that's nice, that's nice.
He says that he's still running around the living room, shaking his toys and jumping up on the bed with you.
Wait, what?
Have you felt him jumping up in bed at night, or following you around the house, shaking his toys, nuzzling his snout into you?
No. I mean, I thought he might be up in heaven or something.
Not haunting us in our own home.
He's saying that when you're sad and thinking about him, it's when he's with you more. Can you take that, Harold?
I do get a little sad when I think about him, yes.
Harold,
You're not listening to this fraud, are you?
Bubbles is now saying that he never really trusted you, Gillian. I can see why he would say that.
Oh, come on. We're leaving.
But darling, Bubbles...
Harold, he wants me to tell you something special. He wants me to tell you that there's a home for you on the other side.
See? There is a place for us.
Well, he specifically mentions you, no mention of his mummy. But he says that he loves staying with you here. He's with you all the time, and when you're ready to get a new best buddy, he'll be with you to make that choice together.
Did you hear that, Jill? He'll help us choose a new best buddy.
I am not staying here to hear that our dead dog is haunting us. Get up, let's go.
But I want to hear more about Bubbles.
He's very angry with you right now, Gillian. He says he's going to jump all over you in bed tonight. Donations are welcome, by the way, anything you like, but the normal is £30 or more if you like. I have a card reader.
Red Squirrel. They're kind of making a comeback, but the real villains are the grey squirrel. Maybe we could have a giant grey squirrel. I mean, we don't want to vilify the minority species.
That's almost racist.
OK, so this giant grey squirrel is terrorising a seaside community at the height of its tourist season.
But that's the same...
Isn't what is going to happen in this film, I was going to say. You just didn't let me finish.
Also, can we say the word terrorising?
Nah, right enough. I don't want to offend anyone, do we? No. Let's make it that it harasses with intent.
Perfect.
OK, so the giant grey squirrel harasses
with intent
a town in the Highlands of Scotland that relies on tourism.
Like it.
And a local police officer who is afraid of the water.
No, can't have that.
Right, get rid of that. It's now going to be...
a woman traffic warden who's overworked and underpaid.
Oh, edgy. Making social commentary. Ticking the boxes. Yep.
OK, we're getting somewhere. So this traffic warden...
Woman
traffic warden convinces the townspeople that the giant grey squirrel is a threat.
Because it's harassing them.
Exactly. Oh, the head of production is going to be on board with this. Here, see what I did there?
Aye, very
That's
good.
That's why you're a film
Must
producer.
Be subliminal,
you should be a writer.
If I were to die first, would you remarry?
Well, I'm fit and healthy, so why not? Aye, I would.
Would she live in this house?
That's all paid up. No mortgage, so aye.
Would she drive my car?
It's new, so I don't see why not, so aye, she would.
Would she use my golf clubs?
No, she's left-handed.
Watcha, you alright?
I'm good. You?
See, we've been invaded.
Oh, no. I'll not be home for tea, that's for sure. It's getting very embarrassing trying to come up with excuses. My partner already thinks evil villain is a bit, well, evil. I tried to tell him that, and he's just a little bit autocratic, that's all.
Exactly. He's got a job to do.
World
domination! Mind you, the clue's in the name. Evil villain. You got a ciggy?
Nah, don't smoke. Those things will kill you. What made you join up?
I wanted to travel the world, meet different people, experience other cultures, you know. The usual. I'm also addicted to heroin and I like killing people. And the money's good as well.
Well, Evil Villain does have a worldwide network of extortionists, terrorists and assassins to keep that cash flow happening.
Mind you, not for long, yeah?
I never thought I'd ever be an Evil Villain's henchman.
Really?
No. I wanted to be a dog walker and groomer.
Oh, but would that have given you job satisfaction? I mean, you would have missed out on all of this.
See, that's very true, but I've always loved man's best friend.
Unlike Evil Villain, that scraggly mog that he keeps stroking.
Oh, don't let him hear you call it that. He treats it like a
child. Oh, I know.
Ooh, that was close.
We better get back to the fray.
I haven't heard that in such a long time. Oh, the fray. I love it.
Oh, I love what you've done with that uniform with your little cuffs there and your brass buttons look great.
Well, see, I've just pulled it in the middle and gave it some buttons through the front, and then I've got a little pleat that I can just pull in that a wee bit, and if I take them up...
Excuse me, pal, can you tell me the password for the Wi-Fi, please?
You have to buy a drink first.
Oh, right, well, I'll have a bottle of lager then.
That'll be $5.95, sir.
So, what's the Wi-Fi password?
You have to buy a drink first. All lowercase, no spaces.
Radio Craigshill.
Radio Craigshill.
Talk radio. Talk radio.
Talk radio.
Radio Craigshill.
On the line now is Jack for Ladywell.
What do you want to talk about, Jack?
I want to talk about the outright racism that we're experiencing with our very own Livingston Football Club.
Racism? In what way are they being racist?
It's about our goalkeeper, Heike Nakula, and how he's been overlooked for the Scotland squad, again. The man has been playing out his skin, and he just can't get a Scotland call-up. And he's been playing for Livingston for 3 years now.
Heike Nakula? But he's Finnish.
Heike Nakula? Finished? He's not finished. He's only 23. He's at the height of his career.
No, he's Finnish, not finished. Finnish. He's from Finland. OK then, thanks for your call, Jack from Ladywell. Now on Radio Craigshill, the hit song all the way for 1973, it's The Sweet and Fox on the Run.
Here, Linda, I see we're finally getting that supply teacher we asked for.
You heard correct, Gary. She started yesterday.
I also heard that she's no stranger to the cafeteria, likes her scran like.
Correct again, Gary. She's a big lass. I feel positively twig-like when she's in the room. That's if she can get her big arse through the door in the first place.
Are you sure you should be talking like that? I mean, there's no body shaming in the school, bullying in the workplace and all that. If any of the pupils spoke like that, they'd be right up in front of the anti-social bullying monitor's office to get a telling off like.
Just tell it like it is, Gary. She's a big, fat, ignorant mare. I tried to make conversation with her on her first day. She trotted in wearing that fancy coat of hers and she just blanked me. I offered to get her a cup of tea or coffee and she flicked her hair right in my face. I felt like punching her right in her big fat nose. And don't get me started on her classroom antics. She's that big and clumsy, all the other staff are betting on how long it takes for her to wreck the classroom. I've got a tenner on 50 to 1 that she lasts another fortnight. Anyway, shush, that's her coming now.
Right, we better get this idea finished. The head of production wants it in his office by the end of day. So let's get riffing with the ideas. Now, where were we?
The local women traffic warden and the townspeople have to get rid of a giant grey squirrel.
They team up with a marine biologist and an old experienced fisherman to catch...
Yeah, no, I can't do that. It's been done.
Get rid of that. Imagine then a wildlife and environment conservationist from the big city. A fish out of water kind of thing.
Brilliant. And an old retired gamekeeper that comes out of retirement to join them so that the three of them can hunt the beast down.
We're cooking with gas here. Right, what happens in the third act?
They head off into the woods, armed only with hunting rifles, explosives, machetes, and those hats with the nets on them that hang over your face. You know, because of the midges.
I like how you're thinking. Making a comment to the environment. They're just trying to maintain a balance.
When they finally come face to face with a giant grey squirrel, all teeth that are dripping with blood and claws that are sharp with feathers and a bit of fur and dead flesh hanging from them.
Hang on. That's going a bit too far. I mean, we're trying to keep this a fun movie for the family here.
Ah, right. Of course. Sorry. Just got a bit carried away.
That's okay. You've been working hard on this. Bound to get a bit crazy. But we have to find that feel-good ending.
How about the giant grey squirrel is an alien that they find in the woods and he's been stranded and he just wants to go home?
No, that's also been done.
Right, get rid of that. The giant grey squirrel is friendly and they have to take it home to live with him and they all live happily ever after.
I can live with that, 'cause
it's the same but different.
Beyond the Edge, a sequential entertainment podcast performed by Dray, Calum, Verrecchia, Deborah Whyte, Lynne Morris, Rob Crosbie, David Lawlie, Robert I. Crawford, Alec Westwood, and Matt Mason. They've come together to do this on their very own initiative. They saw others doing it, and they're simply copying it. Music written and performed by Lamont and the Heaven Sent, Kevin Macleod and Craig Weild, who have undoubtedly been rescued from captivity and released back into the wild. Produced and created by Dray for Edge of the World Productions. Quite extraordinary.